In the year 1999, there was a very big super cyclone wreaked havoc and caused severe destruction in the state of Orissa. Prior to this, one or two small cyclones inflicted losses, but it was gravity-wise somewhat lesser than that of super cyclone. As a precautionary measurements, ham radio operators have been asked for taking the position at the neighbouring district Srikakulam in various vulnerable places. I was also one among those ham radio operators proceeded to Srikakulam and established the stations in Ichapuram and returned back to Srikakulam Collector's office. And for making utilizing of this opportunity, Dadan Collector Jawahar Reddy garu, the present Chief Secretary of Andhra Pradesh, asked us utilizing that time, knowing the cyclone storm was passed away, and luckily Andhra Pradesh have been safeguarded from the super cyclone, but it's quite unfortunate. This super cyclone went into Orissa and caused severe destruction. Immediately after knowing the impact of the Orissa super cyclone, the Government of Andhra Pradesh immediately instructed the ham radio operators which are already working for the cyclone. They all have been instructed to proceed to Orissa for helping the administration in tackling the super cyclonic situation. After we have been instructed by the Andhra Pradesh government, we have proceeded to Orissa state to take part in the disaster communication network. We ourselves witnessed several telephone poles and electrical poles were uprooted and fallen to the ground, and some places low-lying areas were submerged by a sheet of water. Situation was so severe, the gale wind has reached tremendous speed. With the impact of the speed, even the meter to calibrate the wind speed anemometer was destroyed, and there was no equipment to calibrate the exact wind speed, but according to some estimation, the wind speeds crossed nearly 230 to 250 kilometers per hour. With the amount of this tremendous speed, they have caused severe losses. Even pakka houses were damaged, trees were uprooted, telecommunication was completely disturbed, electrical poles were fallen to the ground. In that situation, we were asked to proceed to Orissa. While passing through the highways, we observed all these things. And the directions, instructions of the state government, a ham radio team proceeded to Orissa, braving all the odds in the severe conditions, cyclonic conditions. After reaching Orissa, established a ham radio station by somehow managed to acquire bamboo with the help of local Orissa people and established the link to the places, and Bhubaneswar was virtually cut off due to the cyclonic storm. There is no communication link to outside. At a time, ham radio station came in handy, and they established a link to the vital places, which includes the ham radio control room, which was already working from Andhra Pradesh Secretariat. So we have given a first-hand information, the requirement and the hardships being faced by the people and other related issues. Based on that, after having a good calibrating thoughts, Andhra Pradesh government have decided to send rice adhesives and jaggery. Since Orissa was plunged into pitch darkness, candles have been dispatched to tackle the situation. All these things, materials, food materials and candles have been utilized by Orissa people, and time to time, by depending upon the messages being received from the Orissa control room through ham radio to the Orissa Secretariat to Andhra Pradesh Secretariat, they were responding in a proper proactive manner. Time to time, the needy help was being done by the officials of Andhra Pradesh. Since the entire communication system was disturbed, the ham radio system was utilized in a proper manner. Time to time, depending upon the situation, the officials from Andhra Pradesh, they have sent the stuff food material. They have given a very good wise thought. Initially, some people were suggested to send lime rice, but in fact the lime rice, it will not be stored for a long time and it cannot be stored immediately. Very easily it will be spoiled and it is not good for health also. So that is why after having a thorough thought, they have decided to send the rice adhesives with the jaggery and the candles and matchboxes. All this material they have been sending through special aircraft and helicopters. All these things and timely help, which won the appreciation not only from the people of Orissa, but also appreciations came from the administration wing of Orissa. And ham radio was naturally, it stand as a link in between Orissa Secretariat and Andhra Pradesh Secretariat. Paradeep, a place, it is a township having a population of 70,000, which is just 40 kilometers by air distance from the state capital Bhubaneswar. There, by seeing the situation, we have decided to send ham radio equipment with the operators with a view to help the people in Paradeep. In this regard, we had a word with the Relief Commissioner, Dadan Relief Commissioner, DN Paddy told us without sparing any word, he made it clear, situation is volatile, very serious. The people, public are very, very angry because they are unable to get the relief material, unable to receive material. They are hungry and even raiding our officers. There is every possibility they may also attack you, thinking that the boxes of wireless equipment, they may think there may be some foodstuff with a misconception, they may likely to attack you. So we are in a very helpless position, unable to provide the security also. Whatever things you wanted to do, you have to do yourself. Make all your arrangements by your own. And that critical juncture, Suresh V to IPL from Gudivada, he was in fact working in Vijayanagaram at that in those days, and Mr. Hanumanth Rao, Hanumanth Rao, B to PHR, working in Yeluru Collector's office as a ham radio communication in charge. Both of them came forward very boldly and made it clear that they are ready to tackle any type of tough situation. And they came forward and they told, and we will go and we will establish the ham link, braving all the difficult situation. In Paradeep township, there was a Navy officials camping there, official staff camping there, and they are also participating in the emergency relief operations. In fact, our ham radio people are not having any basic facility, accommodation, and also there is no availability of food facility. The township people are also, they have not came forward to help our ham radio operators. So, and that situation, naval staff members, they made it clear, you are civilians and we are service people. Even though we are having sympathy on your condition, the rules and regulations will not permit us to help you in providing food materials, food stuff. We cannot provide anything. They made it clear. Under that tough condition, whatever material, food stuff like biscuits and other stuff came in handy for our ham radio team members, and with that material, somehow they were managing. And I myself, along with Shankar Rao garu, VU to HVR, both of us working from the relief control room where DN Paddy, the commissioner, and about 4 to 5 IAS officers are also working. I still remember that day. At time was almost 9:30, and all the officers were in a relaxed mood, and we were also having a thought after winding up our operation, we wanted to return back. Since we were continuously working from morning 7 and 9:30, we wanted to call it a day with a view to go for our food and bed. And that situation, something unusual thing happened. Suddenly, Hanumanth Rao V2 PHR started giving a call to me. It is like V2 RDM. V2 RDM. This is V2 PHR, V2 Papa Hotel radio. Are you available on the frequency? Like this, he was shouting on the radio. I responded him and asked him what is the situation. He replied, the situation in Paradeep is very, very dangerous, and he was very, very anxious. He was very, very. His voice was choking like anything, and that indicating the gravity of the situation. He elaborately told me the ammonia plant, which was supposed to maintain power in order to keep the ammonia gas, the liquid ammonia into the liquid state, they need the 24/7, the power 24/7 basis. But due to the super cyclone, unprecedented things have developed, and it never happened. Even standby generators also fail to function, and if the situation continues in another 4 hours, the ammonia plant it will be blasted, and as a result of which unprecedented human loss will occur. And that situation, they were unable to do anything, unable to track the proper responsible officers also in that critical time, and everywhere it was pitch darkness, unable to take anything. So he explained the situation very clearly. In fact, this information was leaked through the Anandamarg people. The Anandamarg people, they are known to their courageous services act. They will remove the dead bodies with their bare hands. Their service was quite useful under those critical conditions. They were seen running away, and then after a brief halt, they leaked some information which was caused severe anxious moments among ham radio operators. They told us, don't you know this information that ammonia plant is likely to be blasted off in couple of hours, maybe approximately after 4 hours it is going to blast off. If you are having a really hope on your lives, escape from this place as far as you can. Otherwise, you have to lose hopes on our lives. The officers, smart officers who knows this information in advance, already they escaped for safeguarding their precious lives. We are also on the same mode. You also please kindly take care of yourself. And also they told them there is not that much of time is left. This information is not known to public. Only it was leaked among the officers. So now itself it is better to go away from this place. After some time, when the information is leaked to all the people, you will not find any transport facility. So now itself it is better to move away from this place as far as you can. Immediately it caused anxious moments in us. We have took this issue to the notice of DN Paddy, Dadan Relief Commissioner of Orissa. At that time, some officers from Indian Air Force and Navy, apart from senior IAS officers, were present in the control room. Among them, one senior officer made it clear that we are in a very dangerous situation. Not only if the ammonia plant blasts off, not only the Paradeep township that is going to be human losses will occur on that place. It will cause severe human loss even to the Bhubaneswar also, since it is hardly 40 kilometers by air. The air distance is only 40 kilometers. Immediately we have to inform to the chief minister and we have to take immediate steps to move away to the safer places from the state capital to other safer places. The entire situation was turned very grim. All the officers were plunged into deep thinking how to safeguard the people and how to safeguard themselves. After understanding the gravity of the situation, everybody was become very serious, and one officer was started calculating we need to safeguard at about 70,000 township people. We need at least 1,400 vehicles to move the people to the safer places from the Paradeep. Immediately one officer replied, it is not possible to send the vehicles, trucks, since all the roads have been destroyed. The cyclonic storm inflicted severe losses and road routes were not clear, and the uprooting trees were blocking the passage of road. So hence it is not possible to undertake the relief operation using trucks. Immediately one officer who is from Indian Air Force, a young officer, advised we don't have any much time. We need to go for a biggest air operation in the history of Indian Air Force. For that we need a few dozens of aeroplanes and helicopters to move the people to the safer places. Officers were suggesting in such a manner as per their thoughts, and situation passing for every minute. The situation is becoming very grim. Immediately one officer has given a wonderful idea. He told, since the problem is related to failure of power supply, instead of moving the thousands of people, instead of taking such a gigantic step, it is why we can't restore the power using our generator. In fact, that idea was very correct idea and that critical juncture. So immediately all the officers, they have given their concurrence and then they started their operation. From the Bhubaneswar, already the transport aeroplanes already there in a standby mode. They have been deployed to tackle the relief operation. So the transport AL-34 aircraft, it carried a high capacity generator, and within few minutes it reached Paradeep. Since the air distance is 40 kilometers, once special aircraft carrying the generator, it was made to stand by a position on the air itself. The engineer, they have came to the ground using ladders and dropped. Before that, they have dropped the high power generator. They took no time. They have switched on the generator and provided the immediate power to the ammonia plant. Once power was restored to the ammonia plant, the liquid ammonia, it was just ready to convert as gas. Again, when the temperature minus degree temperature, it has taken and converted the gas into the liquid. Thus, a biggest dangerous situation was averted by providing emergency generators. The people were become anxious prior to this. If at all this operation fails, the biggest disaster in the history, maybe a very big tragedy than the Bhopal gas, the gas tragedy in which thousands of people have lost their life and thousands of people have become affected, and it caused a severe health disasters. In the year 1984, this Bhopal gas tragedy occurred. If anything goes wrong, hardly the Bhubaneswar is only 40 kilometers from the Paradeep Hospital Limited, which was situated in Paradeep. So it was likely to cause unprecedented destruction. Thinking this incident, it is sending the chilling down the spine. When this operation was become success, everybody heaved a sigh of relief. Not only this, they have took the power from a ship which was stationed in the Paradeep Port by taking the supply from one of the generator. Among 3 generators that was sufficient to provide the power to the entire Paradeep town. So the town till then, which was plunged in the pitch darkness, immediately power was restored. The whole city was lighting like anything. At the same moment, the capital city Bhubaneswar was still in the darkness. Their power has not been restored. But here in the Paradeep, taking the power from the ship, it was lighting like anything, and thus the ham radio operators, they become like a shield and safeguarded the lives and brought happiness and lighting among the Paradeep population of Paradeep township. People of the Paradeep, they came to know services done by ham radio people. Because of their services only, their lives have been safeguarded. They were quite happy, and thus they started praising like anything the services of ham radio operators. The praises and words of the chief of the INS Chilka, who praised ham radio operators, and he commented, his comments were quite worthy. Your communication is far superior than our communication. We need to send our personnel to you for providing proper training to them. Their appreciation, it has given immense pleasure and satisfaction in us. In fact, at that time, naval people also faced some problem. There was some shortage in their communication cable, and due to which their communication was not worked up properly. They have also depended on ham radio communication. The Giridhar Gamungo, Dadan Chief Minister of Orissa, he personally praised the services of ham radio operators, which was brought very good laurels to the Andhra Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh officials. In fact, the services done by ham radio operators of Andhra Pradesh were praised by the international channels, among them BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. They started giving a scrolling like hams from Andhra Pradesh working round the clock. After successfully completion of our operation, we have returned back to Vijayawada. Prior to this, the Principal Secretary especially honored ham radio team members, and he has presented some wooden crafts of Jagannatha statues to all the ham radio operators who took part in that operation. After having enough satisfaction and after our participation, we have returned back to Andhra Pradesh through Srikakulam. We have arrived at Srikakulam Collector's office by 2 vehicles with our all equipment reached safely. Thus, the ham radio operators, they have played a very key role in the Orissa super cyclone. So that's the information I would like to share among all the people, which in fact it gives inspiration among everyone. Thanks very much. VA2 RDM Ramesh Babu Arja signing off, taking leave from all of you. Bye for